Thank you very much. Okay. No wonder why in a hockey locker room I never talked so much myself, because you're around guys like that. So the 4.0 grade was not even close to that. So over the years, I guess so many things have been said, but sometimes it's a little bit exaggerated. So one thing for sure is the first time that I came down to Troy 38 years ago, and yesterday when I was driving down here, I was remembering that, and I didn't speak English. And anyway, it was in May, because I had asked Mike Odessa to find me a family to stay with during the summer, so I could actually learn a little bit of English before classes started. So I packed my old car. I started driving from my hometown, and I get to the border. And when I say that my car was packed, it was totally packed. I had on the roof, I had my windsurf board, big sail. I had a bicycle for training and all my stuff. So I get at the border, and the custom agent is asking me questions, and I can't even answer. I just don't understand what he's asking me. So anyway, he pulled me over, and it took me about an hour and a half. And I had a meeting with Mike Odessa at the rink, and obviously I was late. But when I showed up, you know, I was eventually cleared and allowed to get back on the road. And so I showed up at RPI, and Mike Odessa was there waiting. And at that time, he introduced me to Mr. Gilles Sénécal, who is at the table where I'm sitting tonight. So him and his family, they are the first reason why I got through this school. So before I get into the why I love hockey and what Renee is asking me to speak about, just want to say that I made it through here, obviously because of certain people, starting with my parents, but obviously due to the Gilles family. And so in front of everybody, I just want to thank you very much for that. So yeah, why I love the game and why I'm so passionate, and I still do it today. I'm very much involved with kids. You know, I was blessed, I guess, with skills and talent, but I loved it. You know, my parents put me on skates when I was 1, and I was from a small hometown. And the same year that I was born, they built a rink, arena. One of my uncles was the arena manager and youth hockey coordinator, so everything was really there for me. And so I got into youth hockey when I was only 4 years old, and loved it. And from that day on, that's all we did. When it was not at the arena, it was on an outside rink, and if not, it was street hockey. And about street hockey, something very funny that actually it's not funny, but when we played on the street, very often I was a goalie, and we used to obviously call ourselves names that we heard on TV and stuff. So very often I was you. So. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, hockey allowed me to have heroes, and that's one of the greatest thing about that. It's you know, and watching Hockey Night in Canada every Saturday, the Montreal Canadiens. It became automatically my team. And then the guys that were scoring goals, like your former teammate, Mike Bossy and Guy Lafleur, and those were the guys that you heard very often. They were scoring the goals, and they were my first idols, really. Then I got to know that, for guys to score goals, you needed guys to set up plays, guys to do the work in the corners and things like that. And then I became a fan to Brian Trottier and Jacques Lemaire. And so those two guys were the sentiment of those guys that were scoring goals. And slowly I started to evolve into, becoming this kind of a hockey player. On top of it, I was playing center. And then Wayne Gretzky. So Wayne Gretzky just had an amazing impact on the way that I wanted to play the game. And then later on, the Quebec Nordiques came in the NHL, and I let go the Canadiens to become a Nordiques fan as I was closer to Quebec City. But why really I became a Quebec Nordiques fan is because of the Stastny brothers. Peter Stastny was just an amazing player, and to me, I just understood the beauty of the collective work that could be done on the ice. They were artists. They did some great stuff on the ice that very few players did, and so this is how I really developed as a player, and this is even how I teach the game today to young kids, how I try to teach the game. So anyway, that's why I love the game so much, and why I still doing it. My days at RPI allowed me to live my dream. Why I ended up here at the age of 12 years old or something like that, and I'm, Ken is not here tonight, but he was one of the reasons with their team who won the gold in Lake Placid in the 80s. It really sparked, ignited a dream to me. Seeing that team of young kids, college players, beating the Soviets and winning at the Olympics, I was like, hey, it could be me, playing at the Olympics, going to college hockey in the States. I had no knowledge of that. I didn't know any of the schools, but this is when my dream really started. And hey, I ended up doing it. I ended up coming here at RPI 4 great years, and then moving on the next year, going to the Olympics, winning a silver medal in Albertville, and then moving on to a 13 years career in the NHL. So hockey allowed me to meet great people, obviously, to play for awesome teams, to play with amazing hockey players, just amazing players, and not just in the NHL, but all along the way. And Graham, I'm emotional, but but I told him this afternoon when I saw him, and I spent a couple hours this afternoon with him and with Ort there, who was our trainer, and kept me in shape and healthy. And so Ort, thank you again. But to go back to Graham, Graham Townsend was one of the best teammates you could ever have. So. So I'll stop here before he gets me out. But again, thank you very much. Congratulations to everybody. It's an honor to be among you guys here. It's really an honor, so thank you.